Warning. This podcast may contain spoilers from whatever TV show or movie is mentioned. Please listen at your own discretion. Welcome to Viewers Anonymous.
Yo, what's going on? I am Scoots Brunson.
And I am S. Foster.
That's right. And you're tuned into another episode of the Viewers Anonymous podcast where we give you our very own reviews and takes of movies and TV straight out of Hollywood. What's up with you, Brody?
Man, can't call it, man. Just glad to be, like I said, man, getting back in the swing of things, man. Getting back to the normal pod schedule that we do. You know what I'm saying? We put out 2 last week. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying, those numbers are well. But I'm all right though, man. But how about you, man? How you feeling?
Man, I am living life, brother. I can't even lie to you, man. Like much of America, especially middle-aged America, I have been cooped up in my room playing NCAA 25. So you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Just finished a full season in the dynasty mode. Playing with the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors, went 4-8. You know what I'm saying? Looking for a better season this upcoming season. I've been enjoying myself, man. Took my son to Dave and Buster's this past weekend for his birthday. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Mom Dukes. You know what I'm saying? She made sure a bunch of stuff happened. She got him a nice little cake and some ice cream, and you know what I'm saying? Hooked him up real nice. And so I took him out to Dave and Buster's, you know what I'm saying? Let him run around, wear himself out. He had a hell of a weekend. You know what I'm saying? Hell of a weekend. So yeah, it was all good, man.
That's what's up, man. I will be there soon, man. As far
Absolutely.
as the NCAA, man. I ordered my PlayStation.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, man.
Like
so
like I told
be
you,
on the way, man.
take a couple of days off. You're gonna need it. You're gonna need it. You are going to need it. I promise you. I will say this though. Shout out to EA Sports, man, because this has been the best football game that they put out in a long while. And I mean, when I'm talking about everything smooth, from the gameplay to the graphics to just everything about it is great. They opened up the team builder so you can go create your own school and import them into a dynasty and make them up to something. It's nice, bro. It's nice.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, man. So now that all the good stuff is out the way, let's move on to the feature presentation. Ladies and gentlemen, today we are covering Godzilla and Kong, the new Empire, starring Rebecca Hall, Brian Tyree Henry, Dan Stevens, Kaylee, I think that's Hodel, amongst a few other people. I thought they said Hottie. I was about to say that's a hell of a last name. But quick synopsis: this movie is pretty much about King Kong went back into inner Earth, or Hollow Earth. I'm sorry, he went back into Hollow Earth, and he basically is super lonely. He finds out that there are others like him, and in the midst of finding out that there are others like him, he finds out that they don't fuck with him. You know, so they basically told him that you're not like us. And in the midst of battling with them niggas, some other niggas pop up. You know what I'm saying, with superpowers. And King Kong and Godzilla, you know what I'm saying, they had to fight each other for a minute. And then, you know what I'm saying, they bring Mothra back, and then they had to team up to destroy all the other monsters, or else it wasn't going to be no more Earth left. So, you know what I'm saying, they had to team up to save Earth. So, upon watching this for this your first time, right?
Well, no, because I had I didn't necessarily fall asleep. I just was like, it didn't hold my attention the first time I tried to watch it. And so then, like, you know, knowing that we're gonna do the pod on it, you know what I'm saying, I actually paid it some attention. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. And my youngest son, he watched it with me, so we sat there and watched it together. So it was interesting to sit there and watch it with him, with some of the things that he thought, because he was just way off, and I didn't understand why he was saying some of the things that was coming out of his mouth. Because I was like,
wait.
Let me tell you what he said.
Please do. I need to hear this.
Hey, my man said, so he's seen the other ones, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that was something that I think a lot of people don't understand. because I remember when we did Kong versus Godzilla, whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we did that pod, and I said that some people were saying that they didn't like it and it didn't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, "Yo, what did you watch? What was it? Godzilla Monsters
King of
or
Monsters
like
or
King of
something like that.
Monsters
Yeah.
and
King
Skull
Kong.
Island."
Yeah.
So I was like, you had to watch that to get what was going on in that movie. They was like, oh, I didn't see that movie. I was like, well, that's why you didn't know what was going on. So, you know, you had to watch those movies. And now Monarch came out, you know what I'm saying, before this movie came out. So there's a lot of shit you got to watch to keep up with this.
Yeah.
But anyway, so he seen Kong versus, you know, Godzilla, whatever. And like, so it was a scene where, well, like a lot of scenes, King Kong getting his ass whooped. And he was like, I don't understand. He was like, he beat Godzilla the last time. I looked at him. I was like, well, shit, King Kong killed him. They had to bring him back to life. Like,
yeah.
What you talking about?
Yeah, they had to use the spaceship to save him.
Yeah, I was like, man, King Kong always get his ass whooped by Godzilla, man.
Yeah.
And so, but anyway, like going, you know, watching it, I mean, the graphics was really good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The little side story that they put to it, it was all right. It was cool that they brought Brian Tyree Henry back. You know what I'm saying? A guy that, you know, just filled with paranoia. Like he's just like on 10 every time you interact with him. He doing his podcast and stuff. But I thought that was interesting. You know, that she went down and asked him because he had some answers when I was in Tokyo or whatever. So she went and got his help. But I thought overall, man, with what they're doing and the amount of content that they've been putting together, because I feel like they kind of ran out of some content, which I'm gonna get to. But there were some things in there that I just found hilarious. And before I get to that, you I don't know if this was your first. No, because you said it was. I remember when we talked, you said it was a tough watch.
Yeah, so, I too fell asleep on this multiple times.
Okay, so when you watched it all the way through, what was your feelings on
it? First and foremost, shout out to all the graphics and CGI and all that other stuff, because that's what really made the movie for me. I think this is the first time I've seen a movie like this where I thought to myself, the humans did not need to be in this movie. There was no need for humans to be in this movie. I think that the time spent on while they were on camera really took a little bit away from the movie because it's like a lot of shit was going on. And they found a way to make it fit and put it all together, but I feel like they could have just like left them out of the movie completely. You know what I'm saying? Outside of the part where they actually first start fight. Oops, I'm sorry. Where they first start fighting. When Godzilla jumped off of the cliff and him and King Kong was on the pyramid and then he suplexed King Kong, which I thought was hilarious. I'm like, when the fuck did Godzilla learn how to wrestle? But I was like, that was cool, I guess. That just threw me off. You know what I'm saying? His arms is only so big. You know what I mean? And he was able to like literally suplex this nigga. I thought that was pretty funny. But outside of all the bad stuff, it was a pretty decent movie, especially when you look at all the other ones that come before it. They kind of stayed in their lane. They didn't really do too much. They didn't veer away from anything. They kind of kept everything the way that it was supposed to. And with story continuation, they did a great job of that because they start bringing in other monsters. And the best part about the humans being in there, even though you didn't really need them to explain it, but they was able to explain like why all the other monsters and shit is coming out all of a sudden. But I thought it was cool though. I thought it was dope that we got to see a lot of the Hollow Earth stuff. I thought that was sweet. That really helped a lot with the movie as well. But nah, I fucked with it though. It was all right. You know what I'm saying? Once I actually stayed up and watched it, it was pretty good.
All right, man. Let's get to the shits, man.
Yes.
Listen. All right, so this movie starts out. You know what I'm saying? Godzilla's down there getting chased by this pack of like hybrid
wild
dogs.
Rats.
Like
it was rats.
Well, that's what it was. It was rats.
Yeah.
Well, they look like some souped up like dogs. They look like
they were zombie rats.
That's why I go say they look like the zombie like dog type things to be or whatever. So he's getting chased by those things, right? So his little booby trap thing, because he got a whole bunch of booby traps set up, and so they end up falling in this thing or whatever. All right, so he grabs one and ripped that motherfucker to shreds, right?
Right.
And so all the green goo fall all over him. So he go, you know what I'm saying, washes himself off and everything, and then he go eat it. And then he makes this loud noise, and they zoom in. This motherfucker got that rotten tooth up this bitch.
Yeah.
So this motherfucker leaves fucking hollow earth, come up. Now,
For
I
a
will
dentist
say,
appointment.
now I will say, I'm not making fun of it for this part because a tooth will fuck you up. I'm telling you. I had to go get 2 wisdom teeth pulled out in the same year in the 6-month span. I'm telling you, but that second one, it almost put me down. So I ain't talking about that part. But it's just funny that this big motherfucker is completely shut down from one damn fucked up tooth. And then all of a sudden, you got this dude come flying in. I want to know where Monarch get their money from. Who do y'all funding? I need to know where this funding is coming from. Because they came in on some kind of damn chip, whatever you call this thing. You got this damn wild dentist dude who drops down there, put this fucking thing around his mouth, around that tooth, pulled it down tooth out. Next thing you know, this motherfucker got a silver metal
tooth,
fucking Titanic tooth in his fucking mouth. I'm like, yo. Hey, I'm like, Mom, man, cut the shit, man.
Okay. This is the wild thing about shit like this. How are you so appalled at that? Not appalled at the fact that is fucking 100 feet monsters just roaming the planet. You ain't shocked at the fact that a big ass ape is just going in and out of inner earth or hollow earth or whatever you would call it. And the big ass lizard is walking on this motherfucker whenever he want to. But the silver tooth is what got you. The silver tooth is what did it.
Because I'm saying, because it was just so funny to me. Because it's like, yo, like, I mean, he was like sick.
Yes.
Like, but I'm telling you something. King Kong is always about to die. Like this, we had this interpretation of King Kong like being the man. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
After watching this and damn King Kong vs. Godzilla, hey man, sorry, King Kong trash.
Hey man, I knew King Kong was a punk when in the old one they was using
he fell in love with a white lady.
I wouldn't go say that, but that's funny as fuck. Oh wait, nah, I wasn't gonna say that. I was gonna say I knew he was a punk when that nigga was getting shot at by airplanes and it was affecting the new little ass airplanes flying around. Man, swat them motherfuckers and get on, man. That shit ain't gonna do nothing to you, bro. Them little ass bullets ain't doing shit. That's funny as fuck though. That nigga is he's the Hancock of the kaiju world. Oh man.
Hey man.
All bad, bro. It's all bad.
I'm just saying, like, he always get beat up.
Yeah.
He's always injured.
Yeah.
Like, it's like now, man, this more got a jacked up tooth. And then hold up, man. Look, this is what tripped, because I was telling somebody about this, and I was like, that part tripped me out, but the other part that tripped me out. So he goes to go, you know what I'm saying? He runs into the, I mean, we ain't gonna, we just talking.
Mm-hmm.
So he runs into this one ape, and then he ended up taking them to where all the apes are. And this one.
Nah, see, I ain't like that shit though. We gonna get into that too, because I ain't like that little motherfucker. He's a bitch.
He is. But I think that he didn't really, I think that he was a savage though. You know what I'm saying? And I think he didn't really understand that this dude was looking out for him.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's just like when somebody's not used to somebody being nice to you. And I think it took him a while to be like, oh, he's really looking out for me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Type of thing. So he took him, and so it's just one main ape dude who's running
That's the
everything or
Scar
whatever.
King.
Yeah. So he got this fucking whatever that damn thing that can freeze your ass and all this type of shit, right? Who now they saying was responsible for the damn ice age. Like, yo, we don't need y'all to come up with any more fucking theories about, you know what I'm saying, the fucking ice age and all this shit. But anyway, so this dude blow his cold air on King Kong's hand and give him fucking frostbite and shit. Now King Kong can't use his right hand. I'm like, yo, this dude can't win from losing. Like, he always loses shit. So
He the only one with no powers. That's the problem. He's the only one with no powers. The Scar King had powers. The Frost Dragon had powers. Godzilla got powers. Mothra got powers. The motherfucker that Godzilla went to go kill, they all had powers. King Kong, the only nigga with no powers.
Got no powers. So now his hands fucked up. So now they was like, oh, well, by the way, we were just working on this prototype thing that could go on his hand.
Right.
It just happened to be here.
Right. What a coincidence. You got frostbite. Now you got a mechanical hand. Yeah. They turn this nigga into Wolverine, bro.
I said, yo, y'all don't get the fuck out of my face, man. Now this and it got this little shit with the injected stuff that'll heal his hand while it's on. I'm like, yo, yeah. Where's Maul when you need him, man?
That nigga was fighting Godzilla with that motherfucker, man. Godzilla wasn't getting phased at all. Nigga, he punched the fuck out of Godzilla. Time, though. Yeah, after about 4 or 5 punches.
Well, that's because then all these electrical charges started coming out of it. And then when the electric charge came out,
I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad you brought that up. Because that's where I had beef at. Godzilla is radioactive. Yeah. Radioactive. Beams go from his tail to his fucking mouth and shoot out. And you mean to tell me that these niggas created a fucking glove with enough electrical current to punch Godzilla and shock him? Come on, man. This nigga take radioactive beams to the face, but electricity is what did it? Nah, man, stop. From King Kong out of all people? Come on, man. This nigga was fighting the ice giant and whooping the ice giant's ass. But the punch from Godzilla is what did. Come on, man. Just
hey, I'm looking at this and I'm like, okay, y'all. It's like to me, like but really both of them, Godzilla and King Kong have been put on this pedestal, right? Mm-hmm. The only one that hold up is Godzilla.
Facts.
And then the crazy part is they made him stronger, but we got to turn her from blue to pink. Come on, man.
Hey, man, I don't give a fuck what color that motherfucker turned. I'm getting the fuck out the way. I know that much. That motherfucker was taking down cities, nigga. Did you see what he did to the pyramid?
I did see what he did to the pyramid.
Right through that motherfucker like a hot knife through butter.
You see what
nigga, he ain't waste no time.
He turned the Coliseum to his bed, bro.
Mm-hmm. Like, who gonna stop him? Damn sure ain't King Kong.
Man, listen, King Kong ain't stopping shit, man.
Nothing.
And then like and they did one of your moves that I know you hated, man. I know you hated the fact that they turned Godzilla into a hero. This dude has been destructive. He has been destroying everything. He's been whooping ass. Now all of a sudden he's teaming up to save this world, to help King Kong save this damn world.
This is the craziest part about all of this shit. Fuck what King Kong and Godzilla was doing. There's a whole civilization of people inside Earth. What? How did we even get here?
Man, from the little girl, man.
Man, and she turned into Mothra.
Man, listen, she's been communicating with them all this time, man. You know what I'm saying? When they started sending those radio waves, man, she was just didn't even know what she was doing. She was just drawing the radio waves, man. Had no idea. You know what I'm saying? She's the only one that can communicate with King Kong, man.
That's why I said they should have left the humans out of this shit, bro. Because that shit was pointless.
Hey man, from a distance, she looked like a white girl.
Who, that little girl?
Yeah.
Yeah, because she is. That's because she is, brother. She damn sure not one of them.
Hey, nah, but man, it was See, look, to continue that point. Now, I haven't seen the new one yet. I have not seen the new Planet of the Apes yet. But it got to a point after the first one, when the one with James Franco.
Yeah.
When Caesar said his first words or whatever to James Franco, and then going to that next one, we didn't need humans anymore. To me, I felt like because the next two, I was like, this shit is about the apes now.
Yeah.
Like the apes have taken over. We don't need any humans in this. And I seen the trailer for the new one.
I will say, I do appreciate that though, because that was supposed to be them going to war, and it was supposed to be showing the end of mankind. So I understand that part. Like that made more sense to me than what the fuck they did with that. Because it's like, first and foremost, this nigga was in Hollow Earth for I don't know how fucking long, and he was the only one of his kind. All of a sudden, he get jumped by 3 motherfuckers that look like him. Then, in the midst of getting jumped, you know what I'm saying? He catch one of them. One of them run away. No, he killed one of them. One of them go away, and then the little one, he had him take him all the way back to where it is. Then the bullshit about it. When he find his people, you know what I'm saying? It ain't no love. It ain't no hyped up. It ain't no, oh man, you know what I'm saying? Welcome home, brother. Nah, these niggas instantly get into a fight. Then they laughed at my man for having the silver cap. Crazy, bro. Crazy.
No, hold on. I don't think it necessarily went down like that, because it was, to me, it was like he showed up and he see that the Scar King or whatever you call that motherfucker, he's enslaving the rest of them,
right?
And so he's making fun of what I think his that guy's first man in command or whatever, and so they knock dude down, and so King Kong come and help him up or whatever. And so then he comes up, the Scar dude or whatever, he comes up and he's checking him out, looking at him and everything. And then he look at his tooth, he point at it, look at everybody else, and everybody started laughing at him.
Yeah, crazy.
But I don't think it was an instant fight. I think he was trying to be I don't like, quote unquote, seeing my people like this. It's like, why
nigga,
you got them doing this work?
Yo, people, nigga,
you don't even know.
You just met these niggas.
Yeah. And he instantly came in and tried to be a hero.
He been in Hollow Earth by himself for the fucking longest. He was the last of his kind. All of a sudden, he run into these people. He talking about these my people. Nigga, you don't even know these niggas. Get the fuck out the way. The Scar King could be doing you a favor. Fuck, nigga, move.
Hey, man. He felt sorry, man.
Man, fuck that. He don't know what them motherfuckers did. See, this is the problem, bro. This is why I say I don't fuck with heroes, because they always doing some shit they don't need to be doing. You don't know why the apes are there in the first place. The lady was telling the story the whole time. She was saying that the reason that they there is because these niggas are trying to take shit over and fuck up the earth. That's why them people was down there and they was using the radio waves, because they was calling. Matter of fact, Godzilla was helping them to defeat the fucking apes, which I don't understand, because if he down there, if he's supposed to be helping them defeat the apes, then why is he up on Earth fucking everything up?
Man, I just think Godzilla get bored. He's like, yo, I gotta fuck some shit up from time to time.
Hey, man, then, he damn sure did that. He went into that little ice cave and fucked that thing up.
Oh yeah, he did. But that was after he met that. What was it? Was it like a giant eel? What was that? That thing that
all I know is it glue in the dark and it was pink, and he killed it.
And it was like, if he kills it, he'll get the supercharge.
He'll get the superpowers from that motherfucker. He damn sure did that, and then hibernated on his ass in her cave. That was crazy. Motherfucker come kill you and sleep in your house is fucked up.
Yeah, that's real fucked up.
That's fucked up, man. But I will say this though, you know what I'm saying? I like the fact that they had Godzilla going through because he fought like one or two of them. You know what I'm saying? Like he was fighting, he fought like one or two of them before he even got to that point of him and King Kong even seeing each other. But I like the fact that they do Godzilla the way that they do Godzilla, right? Like because it's really not much you can do with a big ass lizard. You know what I'm saying? And and with them like making it to where the whole beef was because the Kongs or whatever was doing some fucked up shit to Earth, and Godzilla is supposed to be protecting it. It makes sense why they was calling, you know what I'm saying, like why the movie was titled King of Monsters, because this motherfucker was keeping shit in check. You know what I'm saying? Like all that shit makes sense. The Scar King thing, I did like that too. I ain't gonna lie to you, I like that a lot. I thought that was a dope ass way to introduce the rest of the or the other apes to where Godzilla stumbled upon them. I thought that was a great way to introduce them because as they doing that, it's telling you, well, the lady reading the hieroglyphs or the writings or whatever the fuck them was supposed to be, but she was reading it and basically telling the story as everything was going on. So I definitely appreciated that. I'm still confused as to how them people got down there. You know what I'm saying? And what really pissed me off was everything down there was big as fuck, except them people.
Them.
Come on, man.
Yep.
Should have made them giants.
That would have been
more believable.
That would have been dope. Like just these giant ass people. Yo, do you believe the theory? I remember like I was talking to somebody, hell, it might have been you. I can't remember, but so there's a theory. So like the whole we call them dinosaur theory, right? Like the theory is that some people believe dinosaurs, but they don't believe they were as big as like Jurassic Park portrayed.
I believe that.
Right?
Yeah.
And so like also a theory was that humans were bigger than too.
Yeah, the Nephilim and all that shit, yeah.
So they were just saying that, you know, that like more of like an average human size now is like 5'8" or something like that. And it's
really?
like, well, it might be 5'8" or 5'9", something like that. Like, but that's
5'8" sound way better. 5'8" sound way better. I'm closer to 5'8".
They said that's the average, but like in the theory, that people was more, you know, like more. It was more average for someone.
It was giants,
like 7 foot. Yeah. And I say that to say that would have been dope to make those people like everybody at least make them appear to be like 7 foot. Now,
at least like 8 or 9, like 9-10 feet tall or some shit like that. That'd have been cool.
Yeah, because
they ain't had to make them like super big.
Yeah, because like even in Skull Island, like the spiders was fucking
humongous, bro. Humongous. But I mean, look at the fucking rats at the beginning. Them motherfuckers was huge, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so, but see, this is the thing. Like the whole hollow earth theory thing is super interesting. Like I fucked with anything that deal with that. Like I read up on all that shit. I go down rabbit holes, all that. Like, remember when they found that opening in China? And it had they were saying like it had like prehistoric fauna and all that shit down there. If you look at that shit, bro, that shit is way bigger than the shit that's like on the surface. Way bigger than the shit that's on the surface. They were saying like the fucking trees and shit was like damn near like 70-80 feet tall, bro. Regular trees, not the special trees, regular trees, just 70-80 feet tall. Fucking plants like big as your fucking body. Like that shit, that's what I'm talking about. Like that shit, that's how shit should have been. So if that's the case, the people should have been, you know what I'm saying, somewhat a little bit bigger too. I think that would have added to the mystique of them being in Hollow Earth.
Yeah, because I think also because like see, they didn't bring back like a lot of the stuff from like Skull Island, because like the stuff in Skull Island, like I mean, you can see like a fucking grape that would be the size of them. You know what I mean?
A hot air
Um,
balloon in that motherfucker.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I was trying to
Yeah.
think of something that was really big around,
Mhm.
but like it looked just everything was large. Now I don't know if like the maybe the people stayed in I don't know. You make a good point. I don't understand why the people were all regular
Yeah.
size.
Yeah. That would I
But
think that would have definitely helped the look of the story at least. You know what I'm saying? Or even if they wasn't like super, super giant, they could have just been taller than them. It still would have made sense if they or you know what I'm saying, like they always maybe like you said, like 7 foot or whatever. That would have made more sense to have them like that. I do think it was dope though that the fact that they didn't talk and they communicated telepathically. I thought that was super dope. Because that's supposed to be like something that they say humans used to be able to do. Like we were supposed to be able to have telepathic powers and all that shit before, all the other shit and all that other stuff that happened and evolution and adaptation and all that. Um, but I think that adding them to do that, I thought that was dope. Like having an ancient civilization down there was fire. Especially because you know what I'm saying, like with Mothra and all the other shit, and then them, you know what I'm saying, like praying or um I what am I trying to say? Not idolizing or praying, it's praising praising
mhm.
Mothra and all that other stuff. I thought that was dope too. I thought it was interesting that the person that was protecting them was Godzilla though. That was a very interesting twist to the. I guess it's a twist, but that was so super interesting in that whole story. That Godzilla was the protector this whole time, and then Godzilla was supposed to be the bad guy, but come to find out, he just happened to get separated and then it ended up being the good guy. Um, and my last point is I like the fact that in the one before when they went to Hollow Earth, they found that place where Godzilla got the axe, and it had like
Yeah.
it was showing them like other monkeys and shit, and then we finally get to see the other. Well, I don't want to say monkeys, they apes, but we finally get to see like the other apes and shit. I thought that was dope.
Yeah. Yeah, that was cool. That was cool. And then like and what I liked about the fight scene between Godzilla and the Scar because like one thing that I hate to see in movies, right, is when we see like the person that's like the main guy or the main antagonist or whatever, and it's
Mm-hmm.
like he has fear amongst these people, but they
Yeah,
never show you like why. You know what I'm
right.
saying? And like I like that how once they really like got into it, but I don't know if this is saying anything because we done seen Godzilla get his ass kicked so many times, but like he was whooping his ass. He was whooping his ass uh um like the Bushmaster was whooping
Luke Cage.
Luke Cage. I mean
I'm weak.
he
That's
was
funny as hell.
he was and if he didn't have that damn mechanical hand, could have been
Mm-hmm.
another situation where
Mm-hmm.
he would have got his ass whooped again.
Mm-hmm.
And like you made a good point earlier, just the fact that he don't have any superpowers. He's just big and strong, but it's like he's strong to like the human eye, but like if he's facing somebody that's like his size,
Mm-hmm.
he's not as strong anymore. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. That's bullshit. Man, you know how strong a gorilla is in normal size?
What I'm saying is, we always looked at him as like the biggest, the strongest, like he
Right.
King Kong,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But you bring these, you know what I'm saying, these other ones, they're just as strong as he is in a
I don't
way.
think so. I think if you take Godzilla's superpowers away, Godzilla gets his ass whooped.
I think if you take the nuclear power from him,
Yeah.
I think he's just a
He
regular ass
getting he
dinosaur.
getting his ass whooped.
Yeah, because that's his special move. Like once he start lighting up and you know what I'm saying,
That's
blow
what
that
I'm saying.
hot air on your
Cause
ass, you got it.
before that, he be getting his ass whooped. And then his tail light up and then that's your ass. But before that tail light up, you can whoop on his ass real quick.
I mean, you can get some leg stop. You can get some leg
For
stop,
sure.
but you know what I'm saying. He just got one of those, you know what I'm saying, Mortal Combat finishing moves, man. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying, you
definitely
can't
do.
can't fuck with once he get that going. But
Hey,
I was just thinking
when
that,
you see that tail light up, get the fuck out the way.
oh yeah, man, you better run as fast as you can.
Facts.
And then I just thought it was funny that when he started doing it at King Kong, and he started running and diving and just doing flips across the damn pyramid and all this stuff.
Yeah,
Godzilla missed him. Hey, yo, he turned into Jason Statham,
man. He had
He
to
turned-
get his ass cut in half, man. That goddamn
Man,
beam ain't no joke.
Nah. But nah,
You see when that
beam
motherfucking
hard.
what was that squid thing was wrapping his fucking head up? That motherfucker leaned down and charged up, man.
Ooh,
Shot his goddamn head off. Headshot. Wow.
yeah,
Shit everywhere.
that was hard, and that's why I say like the graphics was in the CGI was so good in this movie because I mean obviously it looked cartoonish, but at the same time, like the amount of detail that they put into this. Because like that part that you just brought up, that was a dope scene in the movie that they was able to put together. But to finish that point though, I like that they, once that fight went down with the Scar guy in King Kong, like I mean this was a hard fought fight. And like I said, and he was winning. But like I said, he got this new mechanical hand. And it's like, that gave him like the edge. And I just like to see, because like I hate to see like when it's like when you see a gangster or something, you know what I'm saying? Like a Mickey and Casino. It's like you look at him, you like, man, look at this short dude, man. Ain't no way in hell, like, you know what I'm saying? But then, you know what I'm saying, he sneaky one time and
right.
He
You sitting there, just bust your ass over the head with a bottle. It's over with.
Now it's like, now I see why people fear him.
Yeah.
And it's like, I need to see it. I'm just a person that need to see it. And like for him to have the slaves that he had and to be running shit the way that he did and got that one like thing on the tip of the spear, whatever that thing was.
It's a spike from it.
Yeah, and it controls it.
Yeah.
And he tell him what to do. But now like seeing that fight scene, I was like, oh, now I see why all these other gorillas respect him. Because they know if it's necessary, he getting in your ass.
Yeah.
So I like
he was beating Godzilla's ass.
Oh yeah.
When he was choking him with that spine whip, Godzilla wasn't gonna be able to do too much to him. Now that was one thing that I thought was cool too. How this motherfucker had a whole whip, but it was supposed to be like a spine, and then he was like wrapping that motherfucker up and cutting him and choking him with that shit. I was like, that was dope.
That was hard, man. That was some Scorpion type shit there.
Yeah, that was hard.
That was hard. That was hard. But like I say, that's another one of those situations where the villain tends to be more appealing than the quote unquote hero.
My real question is, and this is what we really need to get into, because this is where the hard, you know what I'm saying, hard stuff is. What the fuck was they down there doing as slaves? And why come every time the monkeys end up being slaves, they just moving rocks? Talk to me, bro. Why? Because Planet of the Apes, they was moving rocks. King Kong, they was moving rocks. What the fuck are they doing with these rocks, bro?
Yo, listen, I have no idea. But then at the same time, it's like it'd be different if it was a situation where you seen like a stone building coming up.
Exactly.
And it's like, oh, okay, he got them, building him a castle or whatever. They wasn't doing anything.
Nothing. Just passing rocks back and forth.
I don't know if they was like cleaning that area out or what, but it was just like, but they're not doing, like, there's no purpose in what they're doing.
That shit wasn't going nowhere, bro. They're moving them rocks from one place to another. I promise you.
Which made no sense. So yeah,
At all.
I don't know why. But I do believe, but I agree with you because I don't know what their purpose was and what they were doing because like to me there was like no end game unless that whole area was just covered in like rocks. He was like, "Yo, I want this whole area just clean the fuck out."
That's
like,
some foul shit. That's some foul shit. Nigga, I ain't got nothing for y'all to do for real. Pick these goddamn rocks up. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah. But I don't know.
Another thing. How come this is the first time this nigga Godzilla is even in? I mean, Godzilla. God damn it, King Kong. How come King Kong? This is his first interaction with all of these goddamn other apes. You feel what I'm saying?
All of these years.
Apparently, this nigga has been all over Hollow Earth. He got traps everywhere. I'm talking about everywhere. And you ain't been to the one spot these niggas is at? You ain't never heard these niggas before? You just so happen to hear this roar one time? Come on, man. That's crazy.
Yep. And then they wasn't, even though they were slaves, they wasn't dumb. Because he had the one booby trap. And then they saw that string, and then my dude looked at it, got my other dude, he was like, "Nah, man, step over." And they stepped over, and King Kong was like, "Damn, I'm fucked." Like, he needed that shit to work. And that's what I'm saying. You got a damn ape gorilla just running around here setting up booby traps just in case some shit go down.
Come on, man.
It's
that's
like,
wild.
That's what I'm saying. If you're supposed to be big and bad, you're supposed to go out here and kill your food. You don't need no booby traps out here.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Then my thing is, he's not even feared in his own world. I was about to say country. Like, he ain't even feared in his own world. Nobody fears him, bro.
He a little nigga in his own world.
That's what I'm saying. Even
Scar King, little brother.
Even the rat/dog joints. Now, when they were together, now they just hunt in packs. That's all that is.
Yeah.
But they didn't run away until they saw him rip that one in half.
Nah, remember before that, after that he roared or yelled or screamed or whatever y'all want to call it. He did that, and that's what kind of got them away.
Yeah.
Because he ripped that one in half. They was like, we don't fuck with him no way. You did us a favor. You did us a favor by killing that nigga, man. This nigga been stealing all the food. Greedy motherfucker. You deserve to die.
Hey, boy, you stupid.
They did not fuck with him, man. They didn't fuck with him at all, bro.
Oh, man. But I was just saying, like, you make a great point. Like, all this time wandering around. Now, I think, okay, I shouldn't do this. I really shouldn't do this. But
go with it. Go with it.
I'm just saying, maybe, man, he just be spending too much time coming up to our world, man. He just never, you know what I'm saying, never stayed down, man.
Hell no. Hell no, man. That nigga was down there setting up traps and all kind of. He knew how to go to them little skeever things, run in a certain path to get them and trap them just to get a couple of them to eat. Nah, bro, come on, man. He ain't up here that goddamn much, and he can't go find one of them or bump into one of them. And it ain't like these niggas was like hunting him down. They just happened to bump into each other. Like, oh shit. And then now they all fighting, which I thought was crazy because you would think, like, if you seen one of these niggas like look like you walking around, hey man, what's up? Who are you? You know what I'm saying? You would want to get some information first. They like, nah, fuck that, jump this nigga. What was that gonna do?
Hey man, when that one thing I'm running, he launched that rock,
bro, perfect precision, and that motherfucker said "conk." I was like, oh shit. I said that was fine. I like that. That was a funny little scene. I fucked with that. Yeah, I fucked with that. I
like that too, but he was.
I fucked with the one too where he saved him, and then motherfucker got up and he started attacking again. He was like, oh, you bitch, kicked him off. Yeah, you should just let that nigga go, big dog. Fuck that.
Nah. It was funny when the one little red one when he tried to, he was trying to save him. He was trying to spare him basically.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yo, you a little dude, man. I'm gonna spare you, and he hit him anyway. That motherfucker
Pick that
grabbed him.
nigga up.
It's like hitting him.
Man, that shit was crazy. That shit was
He started
crazy.
swinging him around like a rag dog, using him as
A weapon.
A weapon. But that jump was hilarious, boy. But nah,
But
when he hit that rock, boy, he hit him like Dan Fouts, boy.
oh yeah, on the money. What I thought was super interesting too, and they didn't really get enough into it, which I thought would have been a way better storyline, is the fact that, you know what I'm saying, like, this is because, remember, this is his first interaction with other, you know what I'm saying, animals and monsters that look like him. And he's been searching for these motherfuckers forever. So finally, when he gets there, like, even him saving the one that he had to end up killing, even him saving him was the fact that, yo, I don't, you know what I'm saying, like, I don't want to lose this motherfucker because he might have answers, or, you know what I'm saying, or some information that I could use to figure out what the fuck happened. So he kind of saved them because, you know what I'm saying, like, he sees people, you know what I'm saying, or I'm about to say people, but he sees monsters like him. So finally he tried to save them, and they like, yo, we ain't having that shit. So now he got to kill this motherfucker. Like, I wanted them to get more into the aspect of him finding all of these other monsters. You know what I'm saying? I thought that would have been dope.
I think so as well. But it's just, and maybe they did it for the entertainment part, or it was just more of like the way that the end was set up, as far as him going back to the place where the slaves was, and going back with the ice monster thing, and letting it really, like, quote unquote, be his friend, like, because I think when the Scar dude had the thing, he was just controlling them, just like, yo, just do what I want you to do when I want you to do it. And like, I think not Godzilla, but King Kong was able to get a connection with it, and went back to those people, and I guess they're gonna live like a big happy fucking family down there now. You know what I'm saying? And I guess that was why he killed the ones earlier, or at least beat up the ones earlier. And I think that the reason he wanted to go back to the slaves, just like, look, I killed the dude that was enslaving y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you know what I'm saying, we can, come together as a family type of thing. Which, I don't know, man. Like, it's like for movies, man, it's like this whole happy ending thing.
It's starting to be trash, bro.
Man.
It's starting to be super trash.
Yeah, because it's like, and then it's like, okay, then Godzilla go back and go sleep at the Coliseum and shit. Like,
wow,
like that's what we doing.
Yeah,
like that's what we doing. Like,
what happened to the people? That's what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying? Like, what happened to the people?
And then why the girl didn't stay with her people? Go tell her girl.
Them people in Hollow Earth?
Yeah,
or the people that she came down there with?
Well, she went back with the Rebecca Hall lady.
Hell yeah, I go back too. Nigga, ain't no iPads down there. Ain't shit down there.
Man, that's your
ain't
people,
shit down
man.
there. Don't none of these motherfuckers talk. It looked like they work all day, every day.
Man, look, man, she could run that land, man. Stay down there and be the top woman.
Nah, man, that's fuck that.
At 13.
Fuck that shit, bro. You don't know none of their customs. You don't know what they be on for real. You don't know what they eat. You don't know none of that shit, man. You don't want to go down there and fuck yourself up. You get gout eating some shit. You don't know nothing about. You know what I'm saying? You ain't no bacon down there.
Yo, this must have bacon.
Yeah, ain't no bacon. Ain't no scrambled eggs. You know what I'm saying? All the good shit you like, all that shit gone, bro.
Man,
that's back on the surface world.
Man, can you imagine how big the bacon would be, man?
Shit, that's if it's bacon down that motherfucker.
Man, it's fucking giant pigs down there.
If it is, though, boy, that's some good ass bacon, nigga. That's untainted bacon. Non-GMO. Yeah, non-GMO.
Yeah, no
eating nothing but healthy. Niggas eating leaves and coconuts and shit. Man, that's probably the best bacon you ever had in your goddamn life. And you only need one strip.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
That one script longer than your whole body.
Absolutely, bro. That should be all right. I ain't gonna lie. That'll be. I don't know how you gonna fry that motherfucker up, but that'll be all right. Grease pop on that motherfucker. You's a dead man. You done for it, bro. You are finished.
Hey, just tell Godzilla to breathe on it, man.
Hell no.
He'll
I
get it
don't want
right.
none of that shit. No. Ain't no telling what that's gonna do to you. Shit. Fuck that shit. That's some shit I do without.
That is hilarious. Nah, but I thought like that to me that was just another like one of those happy ending things where the lady she just automatically assumed that the girl was gonna want to stay because she found her people and she felt like she found her purpose. And then, you know, once they start having a conversation, she was like, "Oh, my home is where you are my like." She was like, "Home is where you are, and I want to be with you." However, she worded it, I can't remember how she worded it.
Another example of when she was wrong. She be wrong a lot in these movies, bro. I'm sorry. That lady be wrong a lot. She don't know shit. Whole time she down there, she's like, I would just have to leave her here. She's with her people. I'm like, you ain't low, bitch. You just don't want to keep bringing her back and forth. You want to keep her down here, so you ain't got to take care of her no more.
Yo, that's dirty.
Cause she was talking about that little girl like that was her daughter. But when they got down there and she seen them amongst everybody else, that daughter shit went out the window. She was like, I mean, I would have to have no choice but to let her stay. What the fuck you mean? I'm not leaving my kid in Hollow Earth with all these random ass monsters and monkeys and shit flying around and jumping and with superpowers. This not a place for the kid to live. It's dangerous as fuck. You see them big ass rats, nigga. You don't want that.
Oh man. Hey, I don't know, man, but I just felt like that was just another thing to really give us like that happy ending or whatever. Because it's like I don't know, man. It's just like I was listening to this one pod and they was talking about this movie that I want to see. That says a Shudder movie called in a Violent Nature, right? And it was like it's like it gives you that embodiment of the old slasher films, right?
Yeah.
And like, cause like when you see the trailer, it looked like Jason, like the old Jason with the
that's the one you sent me.
Yeah,
a while back.
Yeah. And it's like they were saying it like basically like this is from the killer point of view,
right?
And they was
shit.
So he was like, the thing about the movie is it follows him.
Yeah.
So it's like, so when he about to kill somebody, it's just like a snippet of like these people talking and these people running. He kill them, and then he goes to the next people. So he was like this. He was like, so this movie, you don't like get to know like the character,
right?
Because he's the only person that they're focused on. I'm like, that shit sounds amazing to me. I said because
hey, I'm
like
not gonna lie to you. That's some interesting shit there, buddy.
Because it's like a lot of the times, like in the Jason movies, you get a lot of filler.
Yeah, like and you don't see what the fuck. Like, what do Jason do before he go out and kill these motherfuckers?
Yeah, and it's like, and a lot of times, it's a lot of stupid conversations that we don't care nothing about. We just waiting for somebody to get their head chopped off. And the way he explained this, he was like, "Yo, it's just
now hold on, don't do that, It ain't a lot of filler, because usually they be fucking. Usually they be fucking, and them are prime moments in the movie. You need them moments in the movie because that tells you they're about to die. If they fucking in a scary movie, they're about to die.
These are facts. So there are some things that does you benefit from. But the reason I bring that up because if this movie is the way that he explained it, it's like there's no quote unquote happy ending. And that shit sounds amazing to me.
That is true.
So it's kind of like, you know, I don't know, man. I'm looking forward to it. I need to see where I can find it at. But he did say it was a Shudder movie. And I'm really looking forward to that though. Because
Shudder just did a deal with, was it Stars or Showtime or one of them?
I'm I'm not sure. I
Yeah,
haven't
you
seen
might
what
be
you're
able to
talking
find
about.
it on Stars or Showtime. Cause I'm telling you, they just did a deal with somebody.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look that up because
Yeah.
I thought that was dope because for me, you're not gonna get that heartwarming ending or because like every time Jason get taken care of or whatever happens to Michael Myers or Jason, not Jason, but Freddy always, they always find a way to kill Freddy. You know what I'm saying? And it's like
Mm-hmm.
in this situation, it sounds like this isn't the character build up. This is just this one guy. We following him around, and he just come up on random people and he kill these motherfuckers.
Right.
And that's the way they made it sound. But like what they doing in movies is like they did for this one. It's like King Kong go. He
AMC
gets he
Plus. I'm sorry to
AMC
cut
plus.
you off.
Okay,
AMC Plus. That's
okay,
what it was.
got you. Cool. But Godzilla, he goes back to the Coliseum. He got his bed,
Mm-hmm.
and King Kong, he goes, and now he's gonna free the slaves, and they're gonna
Which
be
is
a big
wild.
family. And
Which is a wild ass thing for them to write in as we speaking about this. Because you know what they used to say about King Kong, right?
what?
You ain't never heard it. They used to say that King Kong was based off of Jack Johnson.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Yeah. So
And that's why
you
he
remember,
like the little white girl.
yeah, so you remember Jack Johnson, you know what I'm saying? He used to,
Beat up, yeah,
have hoes all
yeah.
day long. But they basically said that King Kong was based off of Jack Johnson because, you know what I'm saying, he was the nigga couldn't nobody beat. And he created the wrench, they called it the monkey wrench. As a fact, y'all look that
Uh,
up. You know what I'm saying? Teaching y'all something real quick. But anyway, so basically, just from knowing that is wild as fuck that he would be the one to go free the slaves. That's crazy.
damn, I didn't think about it that way.
It's
Well,
the same thing with Planet of the Apes. You know what I'm saying? They say that black people are supposed to be the apes, which is another wild thing. They got
I
to
mean,
quit with this monkey shit, man.
man, that's just one of those things, man. See, I I think that I don't believe the theory of us forming from apes or whatever. I don't I don't believe that theory.
I kind of do. Have you ever seen Donald Trump's lips? Just saying, man. Just saying. Look very apish.
I mean, look, I get the correlation from the fact of like, we could quote unquote be considered apes, but just not as hairy type of thing, because all of
Nah,
our body parts and all that type of shit are the same, whatever. But
nah.
like, I'm just saying, like, the reason I say that is because it's like they're just like this whole theory. I think that they just tried to say, oh, well, this is the closest thing that we are to something, and so this is what we formed for, formed from, and then like the whole shit of like when you like that globe thing that tries to say that there's the crust of the earth and there's
Mm-hmm.
this part of the earth and then there's the core of the earth and all this type of shit. It's like, so if we don't know what's at the bottom of the ocean, how the fuck you know what's inside of the earth?
Talk to
Like,
me,
to me,
man.
it's just
This is
like
all I've
it's some
been.
shit that
This
y'all
is
just
all
made
I've
up.
been saying. This is all I've been saying for years and years and years. How the fuck can you not go to the bottom of the ocean, but you can go all the way to the fucking moon and all the way to fucking Mars? Stop, man. Stop. That's not how this shit works. This is listen. In order for you to first off, in order for you to leave Earth, get into space, make it past the radiation belt and get to Mars, even though that motherfucker is constantly moving, we would all have to be lined up to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? And you would have to have enough fuel to get there and back. Stop, man.
Well, from what they tell us, no human has been to Mars. We just sent those little rover things to drive around Mars and all
Right.
this fucking shit.
We had enough fuel to send that motherfucker all the way there. Yeah. Well, and it's still moving at that. Don't forget that part. And supposedly they sent niggas to the moon. Right?
Mhm.
You can go to the moon in 1960, what, 3, 4, 2, whatever, in the 60s. Maybe 68. I don't know. You get to the moon in the 60s and have a camera and a microphone, and that signal is going to work from the
Yeah.
moon to Earth, wherever the fuck you
listen.
at, and it's broadcasting all around the world. But you mean to tell me that if you go in the basement with your phone, you might lose a signal? Fuck out of here, man.
Yeah, I can't wait to. Yeah, I'm gonna let y'all know right now. There's a new movie that's coming out this year called "Fly Me to the Moon." I can't wait till that shit come out.
Thank
That
you.
might be. I'm telling y'all right now. That might be the best fight we ever done. I ain't even seen the
Absolutely.
movie yet. I don't even know if the movie any good. It's just the fact that I can't believe this movie even got approved.
I
They was
can.
like, "Yo, we're gonna make a movie, but what we're gonna do is we're making a mission to the moon. Like this is what the movie's about. They're going to the moon. But they was like, but if we don't make it, we need a backup plan. So let's fake the moon
Hey man,
and
look
have
up
footage.
videos on YouTube of what's the dude named Buzz Aldrin and all them niggas. Look up videos on YouTube of them niggas and people asking them if they really went to the moon or not.
No, I'm gonna tell you what's funny as fuck. Y'all can look this up. Look up what was his name? I know his last name was Armstrong. Was it Louis Armstrong? Louis Armstrong? What was his name?
No, you thinking of the
I'm talking about the
Neil
first
Neil
Neil
Armstrong.
Armstrong.
Yeah.
So there is a picture because they got his suit in an exhibit of everything that he had on. Right, the bottom of his shoes, his space shoes, is flat as a motherfucker. But you look at the pictures of the first footstep on the moon, it got ridges in it. I was like, yo, they had no idea in '68 that we were gonna be able to fucking like dig this shit
Come
up.
on, man.
Like, hey, I'm telling you, that shit is hilarious. I can't
Come
wait
on,
to do this
man.
movie.
You think it's hard? You think it's hard to get a flag and starch the fuck out the flag and then plant it somewhere? Come on, man. What we talking about, bro? I've seen niggas' pants do that all the time. in middle school, niggas starch the fuck out their pants. Walk around like Lego characters, my nigga.
Yo, boy, that is hilarious. But I don't even remember how we got there. That's funny. I don't even remember how we got there.
Man,
But
ain't no telling.
But yeah, the movie was alright though. It was cool.
Let's get into Fire Flames. Excuse me.
Let's do it.
Yoga fire.
Excuse me again.
Yoga flame.
All right. So what you got?
Like I said earlier, man, like I've been following this series. Like you've had this scene, Godzilla King of Monsters, Skull Island, Monarch, which they had. That's a show on Apple TV.
Apple TV. Yep.
And then they got this movie. Monarch, to me, Monarch was a tough watch.
Yeah.
It you know, a lot of the explaining parts got a little boring. But as far as this movie though, I'm gonna give it a 3.5. It was just some things to me where it's just like, you know, we trying to give King Kong all the advantages and he just keep being underwhelming, man, getting his ass whipped. Like we got magical hands popping up, man. We got, you know, dudes ripping. We got to rip the tooth out of his mouth and put them gold tooth in. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, nigga got a metal boxing glove, electric metal boxing glove.
Yeah,
crazy
that's what I'm
shit.
saying. Like, it's just too much, man.
Crazy
it's just too
shit.
much. So I'm gonna give it a 3.5, man.
Man, Okay. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna give it a 4. I feel like Godzilla saved this movie. You know what I'm saying? I thought that the shit that Godzilla was doing was very, very exciting. I did, and I always enjoy when they do the Hollow Earth part. You know what I'm saying? Where you
Mhm.
can get to go see all that, and because you brought up an interesting point about how it looks kind of cartoonish. I feel like when they in the Hollow Earth part, it's not that bad. I
Mhm.
think it's bad like once they get up to outer earth or whatever the fuck you want to call it, up to the surface or whatever. Once they get to the surface, that's when it start looking a little weird. But like once they in hollow earth, everything be looking cool. It don't look that bad. Um, but no, I excuse me. I enjoyed it. I thought the fights was cool. I enjoyed the Scar King. You know what I'm saying? The introduction of the ice dragon or whatever that thing was supposed to be. I thought that was cool. I know when this came out, a lot of people was talking about Little Kong or whatever, or Kong Jr., whatever. Kind of get that motherfucker out of here. That shit was pointless. Um, but the rest of it though, I thought it was dope. You know what I'm saying? The fight scene at the end where they was teaming up against each other and shit. And, you know what I'm saying? Bringing Mothra, I thought that was dope. Having all the classic monsters and shit like that, that was super sweet. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a I'm gonna give it a 4
Okay, I'm not mad at it.
for sure, man. So let's get into coming soon.
All right.
Coming soon to own on video and DVD.
All right. Next episode we are getting into one of my son's favorite things to watch, wrestling. We are getting into Iron Claw, the story of the Von Erichs, famous wrestling family who pretty much paved the way for wrestling entertainment to be what it is today. They were very instrumental in a lot of famous wrestlers' careers. Not only that, but they were very instrumental in the WW. Well, at the time it was the WWF, but now WWE. At the Yeah, they were very instrumental in making that um the company being as successful as it is now. Um, so if you haven't seen it yet, you could definitely check that out. I believe it's on Peacock or no, it's on HBO
No, it's
Max.
on Max.
Yeah, it's on
On Max.
HBO Max. So if you haven't seen it, go check it out. It's definitely worth the watch. Very very interesting movie. I gotta rewatch it because the first time I watched it, it put me in the mind of an older version, or how am I saying this right? An older version of that movie, The Wrestler, with Mickey Rourke.
Hmm.
Yeah, it put me in the mind of that. And the wrestler was an amazing movie. Mickey Rourke did a great job in that movie. So watching this, that's kind of what it put me in the mind of. And for the other ladies out there that's listening, Zach Efron is in this movie. So if you haven't seen it, you might want to go check that out. Um, and that's all I got, man. Listen, if you enjoyed this episode, if you didn't enjoy this episode, uh, if you too are wondering how the hell King Kong never ran into any of his counterparts the whole time he was in Hollow Earth, hit us up and let us know on Instagram and Twitter at ViewAnon Facebook VA Pod Watch Group, and on YouTube you can hit us up in the comments on the videos. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And last but not least, hit us up on Patreon, patreon.com/viewers anonymous. Um, you can also reach us there as well. And if you'd like to follow me, hit me up on Twitter at Schools Bronson. I got a link tree in my bio. You can follow me everywhere else there.
And y'all can find me at s.foster8 on Instagram, X, and TikTok. Also follow the podcast 28 Minutes or Less. It's on all major platforms. Last episode is I believe 155, which is the Bear season 3. So go check that out on all major platforms. I went and covered that, man. Ended up I found my mode, man. You know what I'm saying? Went by the
Yeah.
hour 5.
Okay. Okay.
Um,
Okay.
so uh, so yeah, man. So go check that out, man.
Cool, man. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, your support is greatly appreciated. There could be no us without you. And until the next episode, like they say in Hollywood,
That's a wrap.
Cut.